All right, guys, here we go. We're going to talk about main ideas and details. So we're going to go back through our article and really pick apart the main ideas of Toys R Us, the end of an era, and major details that help us further our understanding. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and take a minute or two, read back through your article, look at your finding text evidence, just get a good feel for what you think the main ideas and key details might be. So the way that we're going to break this activity down is by working through this page together, and then we're going to go through and work on page 2 all together. I am going to give you time to pause the video and work through them. Now just know if you are just following along and writing in answers as we go, that's fine, but it's not going to do you any good if you aren't applying yourself at home. So what I'm going to have you do is really follow along. Make sure you have something. It's okay to be wrong. You can always erase it or add something. No shame, but we're going to work through this together. So number 1, what was the main idea of the entire article? Write that in the box below. So main idea of the whole article. What did we learn? We learned that Toys R Us stores are closing around the world. Now let's look at number 2. What are the names of the subheadings in the article? Write them on the lines provided. So get your article out. Look back. Sorry if you can hear my papers shuffling. What are our subheadings here? There are 2 main ones. Money, money, money is a subheading, and oh baby, and then there's just a little bit at the end called play on, but our 2 focus points here are going to be oh baby and money, money, money. All right, number 3, what is the first subsection mostly about? Write it in the space provided. So go back and review. What do you think the subsection money, money, money is all about? Now it's pretty obvious. We're going to be talking about finances here or money. How can we write in 1 sentence what that subheading is all about? So why did Toys R Us stores close? Remember, these are going to be pieces of our main idea here. So Toys R Us closed down. Why? Why did they close down? Yeah, they weren't making enough money. When a business doesn't make money, it has to close. Oh baby. So this is going to be another reason why Toys R Us stores are closing. They're not making money. And why else? What did oh baby talk about here? That one major issue was that the birth rate, rate's dropping, played a role in Toys R Us having to close. Excellent. So now we're going to break it down a little bit further. What are the factors? There are going to be 3 main factors that led to the closing of Toys R Us. So up here, number 5, it says, according to the article, what factors led Toys R Us to close their doors? They gave one to us first. Toys R Us had a lot of debt. Remember, debt means they couldn't pay back a lot of money. They couldn't pay back the money that they owed. What else put them out of business? They had a lot of debt. The competition with Amazon and Walmart offering free online shipping really did them in. They weren't able to do that. And fewer babies are being born. All right, number 6 says, look at the graph on the second page of the article. All right, graph, the second page of the article. So it says US birth rates, birth per 1,000 population. You can see on this line here, it's kind of fuzzy with the gray, but it goes from 2000, 2003, 2006, 2009, 2012, and 2015. And then 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000 in the birth rates. So you can see in 2000, there were just above 14,000 births in the year 2000. And in 2015, we were at 12 and a half, so 12,500 births. That's a significant decrease, isn't it? The birth rates in the US have been decreasing since 2008, so that is pretty accurate, isn't it? All right. So it says, which statement from the article does the graph support? Circle your answer. So if birth rates continue to drop, there will be economic impacts far beyond the closure of one store. Or for the past decade, birth rates have been dropping. So it's 2020 right now, and this article was actually written in 2018. The birth rates have been dropping since 2008. Our article was written in 2018, and 10 years is a decade. So we're going to go with the statement here. For the past decade, birth rates have been dropping, and that shows us that information here. All right. So number 7, it says, in the graphic organizer below, 2 details are provided. Think about the idea that these 2 details support and write it in the space provided. So they're giving us information here, and then we have to come up with a main idea that it supports. So the Great Recession of 2008 caused families to become more cautious about having children. Gender roles are changing and more women are choosing to focus on building their careers before starting a family. Okay, so if you notice, family is here. Family, building their careers, cautious about having children. What do you think a good main idea would be? So people were more cautious about having children in 2008 because of the recession. Women are pursuing careers, focusing on their careers before starting a family. So we're going to say fewer babies are being born. All right, now we need to find one more detail that supports this idea. So the Great Recession, building careers. Look in your article to find one more. What does it talk about in Oh Baby? So if you look in our article, it works in order for the most part. So we've already underlined in purple the information about the Great Recession. You see here that a result of changing gender roles, more women are choosing to focus on building their careers before starting a family. Let's look in the middle. Birth rates have dropped much more for families in their 20s than families in their 30s. This suggests that people are also waiting until later to have children. Oh, that would be a good idea since it kind of sandwiches between these two. All right, the next one says, reread this paragraph from the article. It says, because Toys R Us owed so much money, they were not able to spend money on improvements to their stores. They were not able to create better online shopping systems that could compete with Amazon or pay their workers better wages, or update their stores. Oh, yikes, that sounds like a disaster. It just stayed the same. Imagine getting a computer, getting a new laptop, and then never being able to install updates or install the new software to update your system. That's essentially what they were doing here. So what is the main idea of this paragraph? Toys R Us's debt prevented them from making improvements. And that's something that you have to do as a business owner. You have to constantly be improving, because if you don't have the best, the quickest, the fanciest software or products, or if you're just not keeping up with the times, you're going to lose your customer base, which in turn leads to a lot of debt and all of these problems that Toys R Us was having. So the next one says, list 3 details from the paragraph that support this idea. And this idea is the one that we just wrote. So 3 details on their stores, not able to create a better online shipping system, pay their workers better wages, update their stores. See how we just pulled those right from the paragraph? Now we're going to put those down here. All right, number 11. Now fill in the graphic organizer below with your answers from 8 and 9. Okay, do you see how this right here is going to be super important. The skills that we're blending in 9, 10, and 11 are going to be super important. You will see this later. I just want you to remember this process here, how we broke down the main idea of the paragraph and picked out 3 details. So essentially, you're going to take this information and put it in these boxes. Good work. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or Mrs. Corbett with those questions, and we would be happy to answer them. Also, feel free to go back and watch this video as many times as possible. That way you better understand how we are doing these particular skills. And don't forget to practice this right here. You're going to want to remember this for later.